A commonly used function in Avid is the red segment mode button, which is officially called the lift overwrite button. So, continuing on from the last lesson, check out part of this sequence.
We had a call from fire rescue that there were 3 men being extricated from a manhole, and all 3 of them were unconscious and not breathing.
Not sure of the cause right away. We came.
Now, instead of having the doctor on screen for almost 10 seconds, we can cut away to another clip of a worker being rescued. You can mark in and out points for an area in the sequence that you would like to replace. I'll find a clip of a worker being rescued, and I'll load it into the source window. Place the blue position indicator at a point where you would like the clip to start. Okay, important. When dragging a clip into the timeline, the Avid only obeys these track indicators in terms of what is added to a sequence. And since I only want to replace the video portion of the doctor without affecting the audio, turn off the audio track for the source clip. Now note, even though these sequence track indicators can be turned on or off, when you are dragging a clip to the timeline, they won't affect the end result. So now, when I drag down the clip from the source window, you'll notice it is too long for the area I've marked in the timeline. This is because, without having any in-out points in the source window, the Avid measures the distance from the position indicator to the end of the clip. This distance is shown here in the upper middle portion of the Composer window. The trick here is to hold down the Command key, and assuming you have enough content, the Avid will fit your clip into the marked areas of the timeline. Okay, now that we are done with these in-out points, you can clear them by pressing the G key. Let's watch through the sequence again.
Being extricated from a manhole, and all 3 of them were unconscious and not breathing.
Not sure of the cause right away.
That plays much nicer than what we had before. Now, when it comes to moving clips around in a timeline, the red segment arrow will either overwrite clips and/or it will leave a gap. So, if I move my rescued worker off to the right, it will leave an empty space off to the left. Notice that it also overwrote a portion of interview 4. If you want to fill a gap with another clip, you'll need to mark the area again. Instead of manually marking in and out points for a segment area, you can press the T key. This will mark the area for you automatically, based on the placement of your position indicator and the sequence track that is turned on. Okay, some review. Go find another clip and load it into the source window, and find a start point. Since we just want to edit the video content of the clip, remember to turn off the source audio track. Then drag the clip into the space, holding down the Command key. So, let's watch part of the sequence again.
Being extricated from a manhole, and all 3 of them were unconscious and not breathing.
Not sure of the cause right away. We came to find out they said there was possibly methane.
So now, our sequence is starting to come together. You can also use the red segment arrow for deleting clip segments. In this example, if the red segment arrow is still active and a clip is selected, pressing the delete key will leave an empty space or a gap. Then you will need to mark the space again by pressing the T key to replace the gap. So now I can drop in a different clip here in place of the interview. However, this time, notice how both source tracks are turned on, which means the Avid will edit both video and audio content to the timeline. Let's watch through the final result.
We had a call from fire rescue that there were 3 men being extricated from a manhole, and all 3 of them were unconscious and not breathing.
Not sure of the cause right away. We came to find out they said there was possibly methane inside. They were doing work, and I believe it was a sewer hole. From the time the run came in until we got the victims out was approximately 32 minutes. That's an excellent time, and it just shows how good a specialized rescue team we got and how good a fire department we have.
Okay, now you have the basics of using the red segment arrow.